So today we're here with Sam and Dana. Sam's 2002 WRX wagon. He's got a little crunchy in fourth gear. It's only when you're getting on it. If you're shifting easy, it's fine. But when you're getting on it, going into fourth, there's a little crunch. Sounds like a synchro issue, but it's got 220,000 miles on it. So today we're going to try and change the transmission fluid with some red line synthetic, see if that helps in any way, shape or form. If not, I'm sure it needs to be done anyways, just because of the mileage. We're probably going to do the rear diff fluid as well while we're doing it. And this car does have a JDM engine swap done. So the engine has what, like 80,000 miles on it, thereabouts?
Yeah, supposedly less than 80,000 miles on it.
We've done a little bit of work to this already, not too much. We replaced all four corners of the suspension, new shocks and struts all the way around. We did that, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yes, sir. And we've done the what did we do? Ball joints, lower ball joints.
Yeah, lower ball joints, both CV axles.
Yeah, both axles, both front axles. We did the brakes all the way around.
Yep, that's right. We got they put the gold STI wheels on there. Those are OEM. They were not cheap.
Those were not sold in the U.S. Those only came on the bottles in Japan and Canada. They call them the V7.
V7 wheels. So transmission fluid change in these is pretty easy. It's 3.8 quarts. Here is the drain plug. It looks like it's got a little seepage action.
Some seepage.
So
could be the.
I'm hoping your mechanic has a new crush washer to put on.
Help the. I know it helps some of the problems.
When I've driven it more now.
Retightening.
No. When I've driven it more, it feels better.
Maybe the tire's worn a little cattywampus because of the that wheel.
Oh man.
Why do I think you're tightening?
Why is it so hard?
It should be loosening.
It's loosening?
Huh. It's just upside down. It's got me confused.
Why is it so tight, Dana?
That's tight. That's tight.
I gotta edit that out.
Oh.
So the plan here is I got a nice clean container. We're gonna drain it out and see if we see any good stuff in there.
I hope not.
Whew! Well, this definitely needs changed. It's not the worst trans fluid I've seen, but it's not
Supposed to be red,
clean.
isn't it?
This thing's hot.
I bet.
All right, so here you can see the drain plug, and it does have a magnet on the end, and there's a little bit of stuff on there. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look out of the ordinary. But go ahead and clean that off, and when it finishes draining out, we'll put it back in with a new crush washer. So I don't know if you can, if this will pick up on the camera or not, but there is lots of shinies floating around in there. Which, and they're not magnetizing to the magnet because it's probably brass, syncro material. All right, let's cinch her down here.
I'm gonna torque it with 1 ug or 2 ugs.
I'm gonna torque it with 30 something strength.
1 ug.
Not 40 something strength, 30 something strength.
It's 1 ug right there.
I think that's pretty tight.
Don't overdo it.
We're gonna do the diff fluid as well while we got it up here.
It's for being 20 years old, I mean, it spent most of its life in Arizona and New Mexico.
Top tip here. Take the fill plug out first, because if you can't get the fill plug out and you take the drain plug out already, then you're left with no fluid in what you're trying to fill up.
And that would be a problem.
It's happened before, not with this type, but with bolts. The bolt style fill with like hex heads on them, you strip them out, and then you can't fill what you're trying to fill.
Your mother did that same thing last night.
You can tell Sam's been driving it.
Oh, jeez.
Dude.
Look at that big chunk on there.
Yeah, it's a big chunk. It's a big old chunk.
Did you jam it through the gears, did you?
Alright.
This is like your mom size chunk right here. Ooh, I don't even know what that is.
It's not good is what that is.
Doesn't have much else on there. Just a couple little filings, but tight enough. Oh, look at that.
Almost some clear.
All right, there, full.
She coming out.
We'll let it go just a little bit. So the WRX takes 3.8 quarts, and you can see the little fill plug right here. It's going to be hard to remove this on camera without shaking around, but actually it wasn't too bad. So we're going to go ahead and get the 3.8 quarts. We're using the Redline 7590 synthetic, and get the lube in there, and we'll see how it goes.
Here's the red line.
It's a GL5 high performance hypo limited slip differential gear oil. All right, so it's supposed to take 3.8 quarts. We put in about 3.5, and it was too full, so we had to take out a little bit. But it should be pretty good right now. See if I can get the level on camera here. It's right above the dot. And that's where the car owner says he wants to leave it. So we're gonna leave it at that. Alright, so we're going on a little test drive to see if this did anything, if it helped at all. I might not be the best test subject because I'm not completely familiar with it. I've only driven it once before, and that was a couple months ago.
Still felt the grind.
Still crunchy.
Didn't really hear it as much as it normally, but still felt it.
But it's got 230,000 miles on it. And it, I mean,
Definitely the original trans.
just gotta know it's one of those quirks you